but Boltgun 2 is coming out. I haven't really been streaming or nothing, so I do want to kind of get back to it. I do plan on playing another game after this. Or, you know, if it comes out while I'm still playing this, I'll start the other game up. Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. I played the demo, it's actually really good. I'm trying to talk slower. I've been streaming, so streaming to me is like chill. YouTube is like, I'll end up just talking a bunch. I'll do as much as I feel I need to do to make it like good, but it'd be better to kind of balance the two. So I was able to play this to get kind of used to the game again. I did get to the end of this level, but I just couldn't beat it. So this time around, I'm gonna leverage the secrets you get in this game, like you get like power-ups and stuff, and I hope that that can help me beat the boss, get to the end. And also I'm more used to it, so I should do much better just going through the level before the boss. I talked about the Absolute comics that came out for DC. Now I've been reading those. I talked about you know, this game yesterday. Talked about Dragon Quest 7, the game I'm gonna play, and all the other Dragon Quest games I played and wanted to play. But like I said, I'm gonna try to talk slower. That's something I didn't talk about. You know, streaming and making YouTube videos. I tried streaming this yesterday, but it ran terribly, so I decided just to record it. So I realize when I'm streaming, I'll sit there for so long. There's not really a goal for the stream, you know. The stream's like, I just stream until I feel like I've streamed long enough, you know. That's usually the goal. Streaming long enough. But on YouTube, it's like a goal. Like I won't record. I won't in one setting record a bunch of different levels and stuff. I'll probably stop after like one or something, maybe. You know, it depends. You know, but to make it easy for my editing and intro and like being organized, I'll do something like that. But the real difference is between YouTube and streaming is YouTube's not really relaxing. It's like a project. Streaming to me is relaxing, like I'll stream anything. I won't just randomly record one game of like Dota. Like YouTube will be like, I'm gonna start playing Dota and this is gonna be the first part, and then I have to like fish for good matches and you know, all that. So like for YouTube I need to, of course, keep that project-oriented mind state or perspective, but I also need to talk slower, you know. Like I'm putting everything into this YouTube thing. As well as streaming, I'm just chilling, and if something's good on stream, then I'll upload it to YouTube. If not, it just sits on Twitch for however long it lasts, you know. No pressure, you know, not really a project, just chilling. Streaming's like attrition, like I need to be able to do it for as long as possible and it be okay. YouTube's like, I have to have the game and I have to beat the game. Usually I play in higher difficulties and I haven't been making any YouTube videos at all for like a year, so I just been streaming and uploading those. So it's like, there's definitely a difference. My sensitivity is probably a little bit high to be playing this game. Now that I kind of like am feeling it. Like I tried to aim at that dude just now, I was like, it's kind of high. I think slower would be good. And this still might be too high, but I think no, this is too high. I could just tell, like where I'm aiming, like I'm literally, I guess, overshooting. Yeah, that's good. This is a little bit slow, but I think that's good. The actual first playthrough, which I started yesterday, or the first, the first time. Oh yeah, first time I played this level. This is when I started having problems. I mean, I had problems with the level because I was just getting back into the game. Ouch. So yeah, besides this game, trying to finish this and waiting for Boltgun 2 to come out, or Boltgun 2 to come out. This is one of the secrets I was talking about using to actually beat the level, which... I guess you'll see as the video goes on how hard this level is. Of course, I can't beat it this time. I'm just recording. I'm not on Twitch, so it doesn't really matter. It's like a melee weapon up there. So maybe like a altered one or something. But I'm playing Warhammer Boltgun. I've gotten into a lot of Warhammer recently. I started even reading the Marvel comics that they did. Boltgun, or not the Warhammer ones. Okay. I think I could just run through this. I just need to grab that munitions box. don't think I even grabbed the key, did I? I missed the key. Oh, I must have grabbed it. Must have been like an automatic thing. So that was 2 of the secrets. I don't think that's enough. It was just like a box of ammo. A box of ammo and like a mag, like a clip of special rounds for the Boltgun. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of Warhammer. I read the comics, normal comics, not all of them, but I got into reading them. This part's hard, but I have memorized it at this point, so it shouldn't be too bad. I started playing Space Marines. Just, you know, I've been watching more lore videos about it. I bought like Horus Heresy, which is like a big, like basically the starting point, you could say, for 40k. Like lore-wise, maybe not chronologically, but like the most significant story that basically sets off the conditions for where they're at now, you know. Horus Heresy. I never read it, but I bought it. Usually if I buy a book, it means I'm into like whatever that universe or lore is. Like I bought The Hobbit, you know. Like I just bought The Hobbit recently. It's like I haven't read it. I didn't know that The Hobbit came out so long ago, but not a long time ago. I just let myself up. This only my health is full. Usually you get like 250. But I don't want to really go other places. I'm not going to talk about Lord of the Rings or Hobbit right now. I used to think Warhammer was kind of the worst sci-fi, like Warhammer 40k, or the worst sci-fi kind of equivalent, because there's so many different fantasy and sci-fi like settings, and like Lord of the Rings, you know, like even Mass Effect, like all types of stuff. Star Wars. I used to think this was like the lowest tier, cheapest, bottom of the barrel one, but in reality, I think it's almost like the most grounded one, you know? Like, I think it's actually really good. And there's so much of it, you know? There's so many different people writing the books, tons of books, tons of games filling all different genres, you know? It's actually pretty good, but I'd probably say if you're someone who played the games, you probably would think that Warhammer was like bottom of the barrel trash, because there's so many games that there's no way all of them can be good. Most of them aren't even good. This is like one of the good ones. I wouldn't say they're like... I would say these are pretty bad, though. Like... Not many, people are gonna let you, like, make 1,000 Superman games or Batman games, you know, not many, like, studios, whatever. People that own the, rights to these characters and worlds are gonna let you make 1,000 Batman games and they all be terrible. Alright, so that's kind of where... Like, my first experience with Warhammer came from. Is where it came from, is games, so... Definitely the worst part about Warhammer is probably all the games. If you've read the books, or just watched lore videos, like, that's actually really interesting game design. And the most interesting part about the Warhammer, I guess, lore is, you want to know what's going on, and you never really do, because there's so much going on that you really just know you just really hear about speculation from people, because, you know, you don't know. Of course you know about some things, but it's like, that ties into this. Like, I was reading one of the comics, and they were looking for, like, this device, like the Inquisitor was looking for this device. So you found these rich people, and like you have to know about the setting that there are like rich people on planets that like run the planet. And then they betrayed him, and they brought out these Chaos Marines that look like Egyptians. Like you don't. It's not just like, okay, we invented the Chaos Space Marines for this one comic. It's like they use, you know, all these different groups have their place all across, you know, or they have their place, and they're used all across the lore and the galaxy and all that. And it's insane, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, why are the rich people running the world? It's like, oh, that's like common. It's like, you're not gonna get to the bottom of that through this book or whatever, you know. So, alright, who are these Egyptian Chaos Marines? It's like, it's not all. Everything can't be established through like a 6-issue comic series, right? Like, oh, this is the Chaos Egyptian Marines. It's like, there's so much that goes into it, you know, and all of it is being held together by these horrible circumstances, or, you know, whatever, by these horrible events. It's like if you were quickly fed a couple villain origin stories, it's like, this is why the villains are like this, they're gonna stay like this, and these are horrible events, like these horrible circumstances. You'd be like, why can't we base all this in like a Batman or like a Spider-Man origin where he's like he had a good life? That's just not what Warhammer is, you know. And here's another secret I found yesterday, organically. All the secrets I found on in this video, I found actually on my own. I mean, they're not even hidden that well. You have this void grenade or whatever, vortex grenade, and I wasted it. I literally got to the end of this section right before the boss fight, and I wasted it. I'm hoping this can let me win the boss fight. In this game, you press Q to throw a grenade, and you use U to change it. That's like the complete opposite of what it normally would be. It's like I'm always very slowly looking over to my grenade, you know, grenade thing on the UI. Make sure I'm not throwing my vortex grenade or wasting my grenades. Usually G is throw grenades. So the biggest issue with this is it's really small, and I have to fight these melee dudes that basically kill you. And I'm playing on nice difficulty, but they kill you pretty quickly. They're not messing around. So, like, long story short, I don't think I'll ever really sit down and read a bunch of Warhammer books, because they are kind of old dusty. Like, it's not that colorful. But I'm getting into it, you know. And these novels, you know, most of the lore you're going to have established and you're going to learn about, and it not just be built off of, like, built upon. Like, a comic just builds on lore, because it's like Marvel. Like, they're not writing novels, they're just going off of what is already written. You're gonna have to read books, lots of books. So it's like having to read more than like 10 books just to get like a fraction of it. It sounds cool. It's like, oh wow, like that sounds super disciplined. Like, I'm not doing that. Not doing it. It's better that way because there's so much that can be explained, you know, further in detail. Like, there's only so many Lord of the Rings books. There's only so many of these books and those books. But outside of the Warhammer stuff, like I said, I got into the Absolute comic series. I usually, when it comes to DC, I'll usually just read old Batman, like 80s and beyond. Everything else, I won't go back that far. Like, that's just not happening. Not because there's too many comics, I just don't really like what they did with the other characters. The other characters aren't as serious, you know. I don't know. I haven't read them, so I don't really know. But of course, Batman's like the first wacky character, but once Jason Todd died, I'm pretty sure, or when he met Jason Todd, that's when it got serious. It got serious, you know, even like the more gritty, like 80s art style, like kind of dark, almost like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it got much darker. They still were talking very weird, like they still were talking in a very goofy way. So, you know, right when you get Death in the Family series, that's when it gets serious enough for me to get into it. But I decided to just jump ahead and read the Absolute stuff. 'Cause I want to see, like, I just see it sitting up there, like, is it any good? Like, is it something that is just, like, at the level of, like, an Ultimate Universe for Marvel or whatever, like a 2077, like a very short form, just terrible outcome type of deal, you know? It's not that bad. It's not like first episode Batman gets thrown into a wood chipper and like he's like potato now because all his limbs got chopped off. Like, it isn't that bad. It's really like circumstantial, you know, like that's the difference between the Absolute, you know, I guess continuity, and the regular one is the circumstances. Batman's rich, you know. The Flash has like a stable, regular life. Like he has a really normal life. Really compared to anyone else, his life's probably super normal. Like he's not that high tier in life, you know. He doesn't have like a Lex Luthor that he follows around and beats with as like his actual self, or as like his real identity. But in the Absolute continuity, his life's very chaotic, and there is no anchor. Like there's zero. Like it's that's how it's basically designed, you know. And if you know Wonder Woman, she's like a very like disciplined, no nonsense type of person. But in the Absolute universe, she's like a wizard or something, right? She talks in third person, so very like open-minded, you could say. So it's like the circumstances are completely different. You know, Superman. I don't want to spoil that, but different circumstances. And it basically pushes them to do different things and to do more because Batman's rich. If Batman's rich, he doesn't really have the background of somebody who really cares about the actual city. Like, he just here because his parents died. He doesn't actually care. Like, he's not actually connected to these people. These people don't relate to Batman, and he probably doesn't relate to them as much as maybe you would want him to, or you think he would. But now that he's not rich, he can relate to these people. He basically grew up with these people. So it's like the circumstances make it to where if it's all about pushing a sled and getting somewhere with it actually being meaningful, the Absolute Universe does that probably the best. Alright. But like normally I would say, well, Superman, he's just like this perfect dude. He's not really, he doesn't really get the people. I mean, of course, these comics started back in the day where people were much more, I guess you could almost say, proper. Even if they weren't, you know, just being proper was more of the normal projected thing to do, you know. It's like, it's too proper for it to relate to anyone with actual problems. It just is. It's just too proper, right? It doesn't even, like, who cares? Overly proper. But now with the Absolute, especially it being more modern writing, I can definitely see that they're not cramming the whole social media, more advanced world thing down your throat. Like, I'm pretty sure like more like other like more modern writings, it's really what they're doing, which is kind of annoying because it makes me hate every aspect of like social media when I really don't. Like the way they sell, it's like super cheesy. It was like if Lois Lane was every single social media participant. She was just super annoying and stuff. Like they know that they're annoying. I'm saying. All right, we basically made it through this section. Wait, there's one more. Oh, I forgot all about this. I could have sworn this was the last section. Used up all my melting gun ammo. So like I have really no chance. So yeah, some. Okay, as I say, I have no chance against like a melee enemy. There you go. This is the guy I was looking forward to saving melting gun ammo for. He's gone. I'm sure there'll be another one though. I can feel it. There'll be another melee dude chasing me down. So I would say, as far as like a review, because I've read Green Lantern, not all of it, you know, because it's still ongoing. So, you know, Batman. I haven't started Wonder Woman. Flash, Green Lantern, Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Absolute. When it comes to modern writings and the climate and what they could be saying and what they could be drawing on, I don't really see too much nonsense that doesn't need to be in the comic because what year it is, you know what I'm saying? I don't see too much of that. I don't really see any of it. Which is like, going into more modern comics, that's what I'm kind of bracing for, is how are they going to use their modern perspective to ruin this? And they didn't really do that at all. And I appreciate that because the younger heroes are trying to sell you and the type of lifestyle they want these people to accept, and it doesn't even make sense because it's like, how is this not just normal? Like, it's like if you wanted Flash to be normal, you want him to have, like, back in the day, like a white picket fence, like a white picket's like, why are you trying to push this as something we have to accept when it's just normal at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to push normalcy on us? It's definitely a type of attitude, I would almost say, but we're at the boss fight. We're about to get demolished because this boss is not a joke, even though I took him as one because he's not like one of the great demon lords. I would like to save my game like right now. Broken's already almost dead. I could do this. That grenade demolished him. And like he didn't even notice he was getting hit with this, so he didn't teleport away. Usually if I attack him, he'll teleport away. Yeah, that grenade definitely saved it. Saved whatever this was supposed to be. I just gotta get to him and hit him with like some Boltgun rounds. And he'll be dead. I think he has a shield up. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I can still die though. Like this is not an easy fight. Trust me, like this was way harder the other day when I tried pulling it off. Or basically yesterday. That's why I couldn't find the shield, dude. It's like a plague toad hopping around. Where the fluff? There he is. I might die. But you see how close I was to beating him. That was from that grenade. I just couldn't get to him. He shielded a plague toad. I could not get to him. So it just goes down, down, down. He's so close to being dead. so close, bro. I think I got him. Dear God, bro, you should have saw yesterday, bro. You should have saw what happened yesterday. That did not happen. I did not have that grenade. I had to whittle him down. That was the end of chapter 2. Oh yeah, as far as Warhammer, I also started playing Dawn of War, the original one. And that was a really good, like, lucky kind of outcome where I was looking to play a lot of different RTSs. I was looking to get into RTS. I played some back in the Halo Wars, you know, when that first came out. The Lord of the Rings RTS. And then I played StarCraft. That was like when I got my PC, I played StarCraft. But I recently got into the first Dawn of War, which is a Warhammer RTS. Came out like 2003 or 2001 or something. And that's like a classic one. I'm really glad I got to play that. But I'm about to go. I think, you know, I did that. I finished chapter 2. We're now in chapter 3. We have to finish chapter 3 and then do the DLC, and we'll be done with this. But that's like basically 2 chapters. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I will probably talk about, you know, whatever Dawn of War, whatever I just started talking about. I'll probably finish talking about it, but I usually talk about the same thing: comics, you know, maybe some games, whatever. But all right, I'm gonna go.